Donald Trump is not one to let the facts get in the way of a rant. The latest example, his insistence that Virginia, reliably Democratic for president since 2008, is in play this year. Trump literally phoned in this specious, if not baseless, claim this past weekend. Republicans held a rally in Chesterfield County, a Richmond suburb that's becoming pretty Democratic. Trump revved him up by telephone hookup. The public polls, certainly since Joe Biden surrendered the Democratic nomination to Kamala Harris, have consistently shown the vice president ahead in Virginia. Her lead has ranged from 6 percentage points to 13 percentage points. But the polls are not the point. More important than these snapshots in time, how much time and money are the candidates committing to Virginia? The answer, not much. And that's because the Trump campaign knows what the Harris campaign knows, that the state is likely to tip Democratic again. Yes, Virginia qualifies as a purple state. Republican Glenn Youngkin affirmed that, narrowly winning for governor in 2021, the year following Joe Biden's 10-point victory here. Virginia tends to be its bluest in presidential years when turnout peaks. But there are more telling measures of the arc of the presidential race here. First, the frequency or infrequency of candidate visits. Second, messaging, that is, advertising specific to Virginia over the air, online, and in print. Third, the number of staffers committed to the state. Trump just announced a second visit to Virginia. He'll be in 3 days before the election, appearing in the state's very red Mountain West. It'll be his first visit here since late June, when he addressed a rally in Chesapeake after his debate with Biden, whose performance was cringeworthy. The vice presidential nominee, J.D. Vance, made a quick stop in Southwest Virginia after Hurricane Helene, then dashed across the state to Virginia Beach for a private fundraiser. For the most part, the Republicans, like the Democrats, are relying on the second, third, and fourth string. Laura Trump, a daughter-in-law of the former president, was the headliner at that Chesterfield rally. The principal surrogate for Trump, though, is Governor Glenn Youngkin, who, you'll remember, used to keep his distance from Trump. Youngkin's now in full MAGA mode. Harris hasn't been to Virginia at all. Ditto her running mate, Tim Walz. We got a glimpse of Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, in Newport News over Labor Day weekend, and Gwen Walz, the wife of the VP nominee, showed up in Prince William County, a Democratic outer suburb of Washington, D.C. As for advertising, Virginians are seeing the national spots. They're squeezed into those network news shows and cable broadcasts popular with one party or the other. Fox for Republicans, MSNBC for Democrats. The advertising that's sharply focused on Virginia tends to be that of congressional candidates. On social media, X, Facebook, Instagram, Virginia activists are talking up their candidates and tearing down the opposition. Staff commitments to Virginia are pretty spare. Campaigns are relying on many of the usual suspects, but there are not a lot of them. And that's because Trump and Harris are sending most of their field folks to the states that will decide the presidency. Virginia is not among them. For the Richmond Times-Dispatch, this is Jeff Shapiro.